Well, okay, it is recording. As you could probably tell about the thing. Honestly, I'm really disappointed about the nerfs and all because the nerfs are really bullshit. Like, they shouldn't have revert that. They should have just kept it. And the mana cost is up by 20. Woo. That would have been fine. Then you have this one to where they started fucking with the base stats. That's not a good idea. And this is supposed to be a top lane Soraka nerf too, not just a support one. We get on that later. Regen heal increased from that to that, which is okay, sure. The duration lowered from 5 seconds to 2.5. It mentions nowhere that it's not front loaded anymore, so that's gonna be annoying. It's already hard to deal with that if you're a burst champion. Now you have to deal with it even more. As that's only fucking with the base stats. It's still gonna have the 30 AP ratio, which the ratio on lots of this stuff is really something people underestimate. Like, they underestimate the 50% ratio too before people like Wonder started doing this top lane more. We'll get into more of that in a bit. Now, this to this, that's just changes from that. Oh god. However, this one to this one seems a bit big. As that's current, that's what's going to happen, as I don't see the PvE changing since this patch looks pretty already set in, which is why I'm actually doing this one here. Now, 10 to 12.5 to 15 to 17.5 to 20%. That's honestly, who cares? It's still gonna have slow for 30 seconds for 1.5 second. So, like, sure, the movement speed was a bit annoying to deal with in the first place, I guess, but getting hit by the Q in the first place is still going to be annoying because of that. And really, it's mostly the damage people are complaining about here and the damage to the minions, but if that right there is not really why people are picking the top lane. However, this one is, from the looks of it, a decent one till you remember about this and the fact that it's still front loaded. Then you'll think, oh yeah, that. Now, the buffs to the mana cost, they reverted that to the original, which is okay, sure. The oh yeah, that's the same from above. And max health cost while affected by Reju, if casted from that really broken one. Like, it was really broken. 2, if cast while effective, the cost will be reduced by 40 to 55 to 70 to 85 to 100%. That's cool. And that's as long as rejuvenation is active, which is why they lowered it from 5 seconds to 2.5. That way you can't get in 4. Instead you could get in about 1.5. Because they both show 8 seconds, and depending on if you're going full on 45% CDR or 40, you either can get in 1 or 2 free costing W's. And that's not bad either. And then you still have the, well, here's the base stats. Took a little snippet of that earlier. But yeah, the self-heal was, I still say it was still going to be strong. Even if they take 20% of the AP off of that. And it was healing curve for every 0.5 seconds. I don't really know what the new formula is going to be. I'm interested to find out. Since from 2.5, from 5 to 2.5, or yeah, from 5 to 2.5. If it's point something like that. Of course, they're still gonna front load the ever living shit out of it, probably. Yeah, let's look on the. Yeah, this heals for over 12 ticks currently. 15% for about 5, and lasts for about that. If you're cutting it in half, so 6 ticks. I imagine the first is gonna be hella front loaded. Unless they get rid of the front load entirely. Subtype magic. Huh. And this. Oh yeah, they also increased the heal to 5, 10, 15, 20. They shouldn't have done that. Look, I get they were trying to nerf top lane and leave the support one unimpacted, but no, that's gonna impact both. They didn't even mention anything about it here, which is okay. And yeah. Now, this right here, this is going to be the new ratio for your regen. For your regen heal, as far as I know. This is comparing the old ones to this, and of course, here are the base stats adjustments. Here's where I talked about it a bit in the Discord community, but of course we're gonna ignore the AD one since it's shaving off 0.4 AD or 0.04 AD to 50 AD since that's rounding it. Now, the biggest one, as said through here, is the mana per level, the mana growth. That is the biggest change here. If you looked at, of course, from that, makes sense. With the growth being cut like that, is already a big nerf. As for 40 times 17 is that, plus the starting base mana of 375. So that's going to be the new max mana. So she lost 333.8 mana in total. Now, of course, you don't count level 1 as its mana per level, and even the recipe here didn't count level 1. As 60 times 18 is that, then plus your 350 is that. So instead, what is the, oh well, that's clear. 60 times 17 equals that, plus 350 equals that. And then you have your useless 0.8, which they could have just rounded down. So yeah, they even used that same formula. With this one. 40 times 70 is that, plus the starting base mana of 375. As you can tell from here. With the mana per level and that. So, for you doubters, times 17 is 680 plus 375 is, wait, did I mess something up? Earlier when I did that calculation on my phone, it was less. 40 times 17 equals 680. Yes. Plus the starting base of 375 equals... Huh. Well, that's weird. Huh. Yeah, I swear the calculator on my phone is... Oh, I see how I got that. The one on my phone accidentally put 357 instead of 375. Okay. That was... I think that's a common error. Anyway, that's the new mana at level 18, which you can tell is quite a nerf. That minus 1370 equals, that's how much mana you actually lost then. 315. 315.8. Oops. Can't fix that. Oh well. So you lost 315.8. Fair enough. Oopsies. Let's just do it like that. Yeah, lost this 15.8 mana at level 18 with here we are. With the mana cost increased to that much, about, let's say you're 18, and you'll have to, since those will be on low cooldowns, about 2.6 to 2.4 to 2.2, you'd be casting your mana a lot and you'd run out ish. But that's only affecting late game, as 80 and 70 over and over. So wait, that's the new mana. Whoops, I can't believe I made that math error earlier. Oh well. Now, the health one is a bit weird. Up by 20 at all ranks, like game, she might actually circle. Math ain't really my strong suit. Yeah, she still has a lot of mana early on to be spamming because of the plus 20% increase at base level 1. That is true. The, well, plus 25%, not percent, 25 increase. Even though her thing is up to 20 at all ranks, level 1 it does not affect her at all because of the plus 20 extra. Plus 25 extra. And loses its ability to spam as the game goes on. Because W still costs a lot at rank 5, 70, and Q 80. You can see how it's gonna eat a lot of mana fairly. For the support, maybe. Top, not really, because of the plus 25% base mana regen items, making this irrelevant for top lane. And is that really the loss in that? Oh wait, now I'm self-conscious about that. So 7 4 times 1 7 equals that, plus 5 3 5 equals that. Okay, I got that one right. 1 8 5 5. Okay, so I did get that one right. Cool. You lost a 62.4 HP late game when your health is definitely that and that. That's not really a problem. Also, your mana regen, they didn't really touch it, as you could tell in that. So my point about mana regen is still gonna be nice. And since you're building Athene's first anyway, you're getting mana regen in your item. Plus 25% base mana regen items, since the builds usually support anyways. You can also go runes of it. Ignore all that shit. Anyways, like mana flow band up to it and restore 1% of your missing mana every 5 seconds. That's if you want to spam for it. Of course, you still have this broken rune. If you're gonna be more ult heavy and get assists, which is easier farm ups up to 50, so you just need to ult 5 times or get in 5 team fights and you'll have a lot of mana. Up to 500 to mitigate the damage lost. Plus the mana flow if you really wanted to do that. You honestly don't need this starting tree if you don't want it. However, the receive 5% stun gain increased by an additional 10% on targets below 40% health is nice and all. It's not needed. People are just taking it because why not? And then anything else after that is optional, really. I have seen some people take overgrowth instead, but they're doing some weird shit. Yeah, let's go into this. Here we are. This is usually rushed as the first item for Soraka top. It's plus 100% base mana regen. Of course, people are gonna get the mana regen first because faery charms. They cost near nothing, and it's plus 25% base mana regen per faery charm. And Chalice gives you 50, of course, and grants percent base health regen equal to your percent base mana regen. So you basically make up for a decent amount of losing out on your rejuvenation thingy, whatever it's called. Honestly, I see people probably building the AP components part first because damage is always nice, and every now and then building this, unless they're against heavy AP or actually against AP, then I might see them going Chalice first. But yeah, usually the items after that is a forbidding idol item, which I don't know why people prefer this. It gives you more base mana regen. This is not nerfing the lane phase. This also gives you base mana regen and AP and CDR. I actually prefer this one better, as it's passive down there whenever you heal or shield an ally one. It gives you the attack speed steroid. That also grants on hit. Whoa. But it also gives you MS if you needed it. It's not necessary. Either way, people usually love grabbing Redemption. Honestly, I'd probably get Redemption second if I have it on. That way I could get Salvation for the extra base stats. But other than the starting items for it usually be Endurance Ring, and that could change. For matchups like Pantheon, Doran Shield is really great. Or for matchups that you can't really farm much, like Singed, Spellthiefs. You're not farming much, so might as well just take the support item top lane. It also gives you base mana regen. Also, if you can't kill your opponent, well, might as well take Spellthiefs. You get 2 gold per 10 seconds, 10 health, AP, and most importantly, the base mana regen. Also, it's tribute passive. You wouldn't really be missing out since, again, you can't really farm much because of Sindra will always keep you at your tower. Or if the enemy has a bit more wave clear and all, you might as well just get the free gold off of them. And once you have more than enough or enough for your item, you can always sell this. Or I personally like getting Monster Hunter and sell and get them. Or you could, however, upgrade it for wards and then sell your wards for blue trinket. Either way, it's not a bad starting item at all. Especially when gold's concerned, because I do also like starting coal for the 7 extra AD. It's great at letting your last hit a bit better, and killing a lane mini grants additional 1 gold. Killing 100 grants an additional 350 bonus gold immediately and disable his passive. It pays for itself if you can farm, but that requires you to actually last hit and all. And I can see why some people, like Inverted Composer, when he was playing, usually goes Spellthiefs. But like I say, it's easy just to actually bypass the mana nerfs. And that doesn't really do anything to touch Soraka top at all. Instead, it more than likely touches the support. Sona, I just picked this off of the most popular thing as Woo. Of course, me, I would just build it similar to the Soraka one. With the same items like this first and all, since, well, you're basically doing the same thing, except for I've seen people just build burst of Sona. I don't know. High Elo's weird at times. Like, it's really weird. Either way, she does actually get Spellthiefs as a starting item, which is funny. Not really much to say about that. Right. Before you ask, yeah, I did 6 games in placements so far. But that's not why we're here. Either way, she lost that much mana, which you can really just mitigate it if you really wanted to. It's not important, but you can mitigate it. The mana, oh my god. I can't believe when I was going into this, I was saying I was nerfing the rolls and shit. But the more I think about this, it's like a little tap on the wrist. It's not even a fucking hard nerf like they said it was gonna be. What they should have done was... should have kept that. The 40% damage dealt to minions. They should have definitely kept that, and that would have actually dealt with the top problem a bit. But if they really believe the mana thing is the problem, that could really fix it. Like, just take the... And I hate how I accidentally still have my stop and play button, or stop and record button, set to the question mark, which apparently it doesn't make a difference between slash. Anyway, that's a little rant. That right there could easily fix the top lane issue. She wouldn't be spamming as much either. She'd have to pick her trades like poking shit. I still don't know why they had to nerf the 0-4 on that AD. Why did it even scale like that? I don't know. But when you start touching the base stats, you know you're fucking up. Seriously. What else to say? What else to say? Honestly, one of the things that people really just probably don't want me to say, but it's going to have to happen. You cannot nerf the top lane without nerfing the support. As again, let's go back into the... I hate TFT, by the way. Let's go back into this, into the items, and let's see, what does it usually builds? I know it builds into this. Let's see. Get rid of that. Usually builds into this. Into this. Into one of these three. Into the other. And into another item and shit. Basically, it is the actual support build that is going into. Hell, someone might even drop a Machiels and or even a Chevaliers. Which honestly, I think that item needs a buff, but that's a different rant. But point is, since top lane is using the support build, no matter what you are doing, it is not going to work unless you actually nerf some of the support aspect. And I know that's gonna suck, though. You could actually separate the heal like it used to be to a self heal and a heal to allies. Usually the heal to allies is always a bit better anyways, but it used to be like that. I don't know why they merged it into a total heal thing, or why they chose to overload this. But let's do something here. Where is tier list? No. Let's do this. Yeah. Why is it based on ban rates? Whatever. Anyways. Like, her weakness here is hook champions. Of course, the ban rate's gonna be high because she's being taken top lane instead more. Because of engaged champions like her. Rakan. Tark to an extent. Blitz, definitely. They're better. They counter her. Bot lane's gonna be full of engaged champions like Nautilus too. Like engaged champions, hook champions, shit like that. That's really what drove a lot of people to play her the top lane too. Why'd I click all walls? I think I broke it. Oh, never mind. Yeah. That seems about right. That's just hilarious. But that's just, unless you're gonna buff top lane as a whole and all the champions in it, this is just, I just don't know what to say anymore for this. I think I said enough. Low mana early, scale win to normal or higher late game like this. Like say have the 370.8 as the late game-ish and like say about 250 or something similar around there for early. That way it'd be better. I know I can code it like that. They ain't that stupid. Though I don't know if the expression on them. Like, yeah, it's gonna be a hard enough type of thing. Yeah, that reaction probably should have been better. But either way, the HP thing, I'm just rambling at this point. This is... The HP is just... That's just a joke there. Just a fucking joke. Just a fucking joke. Why do I even get worked up about this shit? I hate having passion. Man, ugh. But yeah, in conclusion, my final... Why do I say in conclusion? Oh well. My final thoughts of this. The nerfs are fucking pathetic. They could have gone about them better. And there's no way in hell these are hard nerfs at all. I just call these a tap on the wrist, not even a slap. Fucking hell. Any feedback on nerfs and shit, just let me know in the comments and all. I would love to hear it. And no, the intent and goal of this ain't to kill the champion. However, it's to achieve balance. That's what I like to see. They just say the champion though. Honestly, I was just gonna edit the videos and shit for my impression, but instead, that's a weird model, but it's okay. Anyways, they did this. They hotfix buff the W at the same day. Not even that long after the nerfs to this shit. And let me tell you, this makes the supporting kit better. It still makes it better. Decoys. Oh. Shaco clone. Oh, and the Wukong. Oh, I did not know that. Oh well. Anyways. They also lowered the mana cost by 10 at all ranks and shit. Actually, let's... Here we are. Patch history. Ignore some of the original kit. Okay, yeah. February 1st. Or 21st hotfix. First, let's go over this. Yeah. They did all that shit. A new effect. Health cost will be reduced to that. Base heal increased to that. Woo. From that. Who cares? Oops. Is that the cooldown reduced from 2.65432 from 8.6.553.52. Cool. That's good enough, I guess. It's not like people are gonna max it more. They're still gonna go Q max. And mana cost reduced to 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 from 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Basically reduced by 10 at all ranks. Actually, now I think about it, since Marketer did say those planned Soraka buffs for support, they're probably gonna reduce the mana cost even more. And honestly, they shouldn't really touch the shit anymore. They should just leave it as it is, as it's gonna cause more problems for top lane. Anyways, health cost reduction increased to 60, 70, 80, 90, then 100% from 40, 45, 70, 85, 100. And that's really big. Like, really big. Mainly because apparently they say a problem was sustain. And yeah, that's gonna happen if you nerf the fucking sustain on this. Especially make it to where you have to land W for this. Land Q for the W. Anyways. Yeah. As you can see, they're actually planning a Soraka buff for patch 10.6 for the support side. But, again, that's not going to be great. It's more than likely it's just gonna target the Astral Infusion. Which basically means that's really not gonna be great. As again, Soraka Top uses the support kit, the core elements of Soraka support. As a win rate right now in support, it's really low. Yeah, in Plat Plus, 47% basically, and in Top, 49%. I'm actually surprised on how low the ban rate is. Let's see. Let's go with actual Plat. Oof. Diamond, 46%, 48%. 47%. I don't know what happened. Okay, people are just being stupid. 45% Grandmasters. 16 games played, 56%. Okay. That's weird since more games were just played. Anyways, yeah, the top lane is still gonna have more impact in the support role because of her actual supportive kit is what's empowering it, along with her items. So yeah, that was a update to the thing. I hate how that thing's not doing it. I'll probably get that set later. Either way, I have to just work with the Eternals. I'll probably go over impressions on what the buffs are, you know, when they get revealed finally. Either way, I'm gonna have to add it now. And as you can see, just want to say this real quick. I haven't really had time to play. A lot of things been going on. Also, I don't really like TFT. But 89%, 9 games played. Yeah, that one loss I should have dodged. Either way, it's not that bad. Though I still can't really play much yet till a week or two from now, as I have to prep for surgery and shit. Woo. A lot of shit's just going on.